share with us like more details about the upcoming awards that are coming. You guys are really well known in Asia, and now you guys are expanding also to the Middle East, and you have an upcoming event that's taking place in Dubai, which is, you know, the hub of the world. So share more details about this.
Yeah, okay. I mean, basically, we started these awards way back 20 years ago, even before PropertyGuru. The awards started as the Thailand Property Awards, and then PropertyGuru took over, and we started expanding along with PropertyGuru as a company. But we kept expanding the awards. So the awards is my business within PropertyGuru.
Okay.
So we went beyond the 4 core markets into the Philippines, and then into Indonesia, and then further afield into Australia, into China, Hong Kong. And then obviously we looked at the world and the world market. And then we thought, you know, Dubai, it's a major economic center. Property market is going crazy here.
100%.
You know, investment opportunities are fantastic. So why not? Let's try, you know, to launch the awards here, but specifically to connect Asia and Southeast Asia with the Middle East, because there's a lot of business going on between those two areas, right? So why not
100%.
also recognize the properties here that people could buy or invest in from Asia.
Today on GNTALKS, we're excited to interview Mr. Jules Kay, the General Manager of PropertyGuru. As Southeast Asia's leading PropTech company, PropertyGuru connects over 31 million property seekers with more than 50,000 agents each month, offering over 2.1 million real estate listings across Singapore, Malaysia, Thailand, and Vietnam. Since its launch in Singapore in 2007, PropertyGuru has transformed the property journey, making it more accessible and transparent. Stay tuned to see how the interview unfolds. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the GNTALKS Morning Show. Please welcome with me today a very special guest, Mr. Jules Kay, the General Manager of PropertyGuru. How are you doing today?
I'm very well, thank you. Thank you for having me, Elena. Thank you.
We're so excited to have this interview and share more details about PropertyGuru. So the first question that I want to ask you, if you can give us an overview about the company to the audience that's actually watching us now.
Yeah, okay, sure. PropertyGuru, as people may have heard of it, because it's one of the biggest PropTech and marketplaces online in Southeast Asia. So started in Singapore some 18 years ago, and it's grown ever since to cover Singapore, Malaysia, Thailand, and Vietnam. So it's now the biggest platform in Southeast Asia. They have over 30 million visitors a month, around 50,000 agents on the platform. So there are listings, so many listings of different types of property, different types of areas around Southeast Asia where people can invest or rent, and also insights and research into the property markets in those 4 countries. So it's a big company, very successful, been doing very well for a few years. And we're expanding more through our awards and events program to cover more countries around Asia now. We've been doing that for some time as well now. Yeah.
Amazing. So let's go more into the awards. If you can share with us like more details about the upcoming awards that are coming, especially that, so you guys are really well known in South Asia, and now you guys are expanding also to the Middle East, and you have an upcoming event that's taking place in Dubai, which is, you know, the hub of the world. So share more details about this.
Yeah, okay. I mean, basically, we started these awards way back 20 years ago, even before PropertyGuru. The awards started as the Thailand Property Awards, and then PropertyGuru took over, and we started expanding along with PropertyGuru as a company. But we kept expanding the awards. So the awards is my business within PropertyGuru. So we went beyond the 4 core markets into the Philippines, and then into Indonesia, and then further afield into Australia, into China, Hong Kong. And then obviously we looked at the world and the world market. And then we thought, you know, Dubai, it's a major economic center. The the property market is going crazy here.
100%.
You know, investment opportunities are fantastic. So why not? Let's try, you know, to launch the awards here, but specifically to connect Asia and Southeast Asia with the Middle East, because there's a lot of business going on between those two areas, right? So why not
100%.
also recognize the properties here that people could buy or invest in from Asia. So
amazing. So what are some of the milestones that have contributed to the success of the company itself?
Well, I think, you know, from the awards perspective, it's the growth. Every time we expanded into a new country, it takes a couple of years to take hold, but then it grows exponentially to become the biggest awards platform in that country. So, for example, we usually welcome around 400 or 500 people to our gala events now in the bigger countries every year. And I guess what we decided a few years ago is because we're in so many countries, we should also have an international event. So every year in December, we gather all the countries together. And we have an international conference followed by our grand final, which means the international awards presentation for the whole of Asia takes place every year in December.
Amazing. So let's highlight some of the activities that are coming in the grand finale of 2025.
Yeah, well, hopefully we'll see some winners from Dubai in there, right?
Hopefully. So I really hope so.
I mean, this is our 20th anniversary. So we want to do something special this year at the grand final. We've got a few extra surprises lined up. I can't tell anyone yet, but they're going to be fun. We hold the grand final in Bangkok. So it's already a fun city to be in. And then we're going to have some entertainment. We're going to have some extra events around the actual gala to celebrate our 20 years.
Amazing. Can you give us a little bit of a scoop to our GN audience about some surprise that's going to take place or something that you would want to share? Just like a small scoop.
We always hold our grand final in a very nice hotel, for example. So there will be additional very exclusive cuisine prepared especially for this event.
Oh, nice.
And also we're going to have some entertainment and things like that. So it would be more than just presentation, it will be a celebration.
Amazing. So now let's delve more into the awards ceremony, and in what ways does the independent judging panel enhance the fairness and transparency of the Asia Property Awards? Do you believe, in your opinion?
Well, I'm glad you mentioned that, because that is probably one of the reasons why we are considered, one of the most prestigious awards programs. Because we don't judge them ourselves. We use independent professionals from each country who are specialists in different areas. So they might be architects, they might be agents, they might be surveyors, lawyers.
Amazing.
All connected, obviously, with real estate, right? So their decisions are totally independent. And that means that when you win, if you are a property developer or a project, that means you feel very proud, because it means you've been judged by your peers, you've been judged by professionals. And so then the chairperson of all those different country panels, that forms the international panel. So they then judge the best of Asia together.
Amazing. So where exactly is the awards going to take place in Dubai?
Well, tomorrow we actually have the launch, the official launch of the awards in Dubai.
So it's going to be tomorrow.
Tomorrow at Conrad here in Dubai.
So congrats for that. Welcome to this side of the world as well. We're very excited. So what factors do you believe are driving rapid growth to the real estate industry, and specifically in the Middle East, according to you?
Well, I think, it's like we see the real estate industry expanding globally. And every year it's like waves of interest in different areas. I mean, for a while it was China, and then China's investment out of China particularly was driving a lot of investment in real estate. That slowed down, and then it moved in this direction, right? So Southeast Asia has long been attracting a lot. Singapore's been attracting a lot of investment. And then, Middle East and Dubai started coming up a few years ago. I think because of the location, strategically, both sides of the world, West and East, can invest in this part of the world. So it's naturally a good location. Also, I mean, obviously, Dubai has set itself up as a very attractive location to live, work, play, etc. So that's also drawn a lot of interest. And I think, obviously, financially, it's also a very attractive place because of the tax benefits and things like that.
100%.
So I mean, overall, it's kind of a perfect combination of appealing factors that make this part of the world attractive.
100%. Because I know you guys have been so long in the Southeast Asia market, and you've proven success. Do you think that maybe the Middle East area could be somehow eventually competing with that side of the world?
I think competing, yes, but also complementing, because what happens now a lot with international real estate is there's cross-border investment.
Yes.
So not only people buying property, but even property developers working together. So we see a lot of joint ventures now in Southeast Asia.
That's
and
right.
I think that might also happen, with the Middle East, that you'll see more investment from Asian companies here and Middle Eastern companies there. So I think, we could grow together. That's the
Of
idea.
course, 100%. And looking ahead, what initiatives are being considered to enhance the impact and reach of Property Guru Awards in the upcoming years?
Well, I mean, there's another thing that is very important is the credibility, right? So we maintain that, as well as our independent judges.
Okay.
We have partners who are HLB, who actually have an office here as well.
Okay.
They're an international auditing firm and advisory firm. They supervise the awards.
Okay.
And they ensure that everything is fair, it's recorded, there's no conflicts of interest amongst the judges. So they have a global network, right? So they've been introducing us, and it's one of the reasons we're here. They're supporting us here in Dubai as well to expand into new markets, right? So that's one of the things. But I think also we're looking at new categories. We're looking at awarding developers and projects for things that are important to the world. So not just this is the most beautiful condo, this is the most expensive house, but what are they doing for the environment, sustainability, impact, saving energy?
Okay.
How are they socially impacting their surroundings? Are they helping the community? Things like that. So we're definitely moving towards awarding developers for doing good as well as just doing well.
Okay. Can you share some names of some real estate companies that will be taking place in this award ceremony?
Well, we're still hoping for all the big ones here, Damak is one of our
Damak
speakers.
is one of them.
They're definitely coming. We've had interest from Ellington Properties. They're quite big here as well. Obviously, EMA, if we could get them, would be amazing.
Okay, amazing.
But we've got a lot of contacts and a lot of people coming asking us about the connections with Asia. And it is something I think that the Middle East is now looking to build, right? Because especially in Dubai, it's been very successful for quite a long time now.
Yes.
And with traditionally, some very targeted markets. But I think now it's time to look a bit beyond the usual markets to see how far it can grow, right?
Amazing. Well, let's say congratulations for those that will eventually get the award. We don't know who it's going to be yet.
Up to the judges.
But we'd like to see more coverage about this event that will be taking place very, very soon. And I'm sure our audience will also be tuned to that, and they'll, have more details about this amazing award ceremony that's going to be taking place very soon. So what criteria do you believe are used to evaluate the quality of projects submitted for consideration?
Well, after 20 years, we've put together a pretty comprehensive list of criteria and categories. So it's not easy. It's not easy to win an award for the Asia Property Award.
It's not, okay.
No. So we look at things like the reputation. If it's a company, we look at the reputation, the track record, how many projects have they succeeded in building and selling, the rate of sales success that they have. And then, as I said, the quality of the build, the architecture, and now the sustainability and all this. So there's a lot of criteria involved in each category. And the judges are very serious about, judging them fairly. So, you don't win easily, that's for sure.
So it doesn't necessarily have to be that they're a very long time in the market. Could it be like a company that recently launched but created a lot of noise and success in the market? They could also be...
Oh, definitely. And recently we've introduced criteria like innovation, right? As well, and technologies. A lot of smart buildings coming in, AI. So all those things are important. So new companies, new developers are all introducing that. So you don't have to be in the market for a long time. You just have to be good at what you do.
Okay, that's actually amazing. So we kind of covered all the questions here. But if you were to describe Property Guru in one word.
One word only.
One word. In one word, what would you say?
Well, can I make it a double word?
Sure, go ahead. You can even make it a sentence.
What we like to call it is a trust platform, right?
A trust platform.
So what we want to do is offer people the highest quality, best locations, and the best developments possible, so that when people are buying, they feel trust. They feel that if they come to Property Guru, they will get the best deal for the best property in the best location, and then with the stamp of the award, then that adds to that trust. So.
Amazing. And let's just have a little bit about your background. What inspired you to get into this industry itself?
Oh, well, I actually started, well, not started, but I was with a developer. I was with a property developer myself,
Okay.
right? So, and that was in Thailand back in the day. So we were building a very large development,
Okay.
and we entered the property awards, right? So
Okay.
we wanted to win the awards. So,
Okay.
and that's when I actually sort of became interested in the whole idea
Okay.
of recognizing quality, right? And so rather than being on the building side, I was moved to the awards side, and I've been doing that now for 10 plus years. So.
Amazing.
Yeah.
That's really inspiring, actually. And we wish you all the success. And hopefully, very soon, we'll hear a lot of, amazing initiatives that you guys proceed to do in the future.
Great. Thanks, yeah.
Is there any word that you would like to share with our audience? Anything special you would like to share to them?
Well, not only that we'd like to, but can I say, so
Of course.
just to say that we're really looking forward to having the Middle East as part of the PropertyGuru Asia Property Awards series. So if you know any developers, or if you are a developer, or if you're an architect working for a developer, please encourage your companies and your projects to enter, because it will be great to recognize the best of the Middle East and Dubai at the Asia Property Awards Grand Final this year. We look forward to seeing you in Bangkok.
Amazing. Thank you so much, Mr. Jules. It was an absolute pleasure to having you with us today on GNTALKS, and we wish you a much more fruitful journey in the path of PropertyGuru.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Thanks for the time. Thank you.
Before I end it, would you want to add any questions? Do you want to say anything?
No, I think we covered it. You covered the judges, you covered the reach. Yeah, it's good.
Amazing.
Yeah, good.
Okay, so I'll just give a goodbye to the
Okay,
audience.
okay.
Thank you so much for tuning in today on GNTALKS. Stay tuned to another upcoming successful and well-established business in the UAE and in the world. Stay tuned and take care.